Hi guys, this is our Elements of Art accordion book project. Our objective is to create a foldable book using a symbol or stencil of choice that demonstrates the elements of art with each symbol. So here are some examples. So we are just going to be doing the elements of art. So you're going to pick a symbol or a shape that you want, and then you're going to use that shape to create a design based on each of those elements. So the ones on the top with the hand and then the bicycle, those are from a different art teacher, and those actually have the principles too. We're just going to be doing the elements, and then the one at the bottom left is mine that I started with, the Mario Goomba guy. So step one, I'm going to give you a long strip of paper. You're going to fold it into quarters. So you're going to fold it in half and then you fold it back and back like an accordion book. If you need help with that in class, just let me know. Step 2, you need to choose a simple shape or symbol to use as your subject in your pages. You want it to be simple because you don't want to be doing something with a whole bunch of detail every single time. And you have to kind of interpret it and change it a little bit to create a design based on each of the elements. Now, once you get your symbol or shape, if you want to trace it or copy it easily, you can create a stencil, or I'm going to show you a really easy paper technique to repeat your shape. So I use this technique a lot. There is an art supply called transfer paper that you can buy, and you press on it and it will transfer whatever you are drawing. This is kind of a cheapo way to do that. So it's a really easy method to copy things. So you're going to draw or trace your subject. Doesn't even have to be tracing paper. So here's mine right here. And then once you draw it, you're going to turn it over and you're just going to cover it with pencil. You can actually just trace over it really thickly with pencil too. I just did that really quick. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to put it down on your book where you want. And then you're just going to go over your design again. And what will happen is this graphite you put here will transfer onto the paper really lightly. So a really easy way to trace over your drawing. Or if you want to do like repeats of it, it's just very, very easy to use. So I do this all the time. All right, so step 3. You want to lightly label each page with the elements so you don't double them and you don't forget what you're doing and you know what page is what. Then for each page, you want to create a design based around your chosen shape or subject with that element. So on the left, that's a different teacher's artwork or student's artwork. They use that Nike logo. So they took that little Nike symbol and then made something to represent each of the elements. And then mine down there, I did the little Goomba guy. So for line, I made him in black and white, and then I used all those lines around him to kind of emphasize him. For shape, he's already kind of a shape. So I just made him really flat, and instead of the colors he normally is, I did 2 contrasting colors, red and blue. And then I added some shapes in the background. So you can interpret this however you want. You can repeat your shape in places, you can make it bigger or smaller on the page. Just each design needs to incorporate your symbol or shape. And then you should have a title page that says Elements of Art and your name. Here's another art teacher's work. So on your LMS, I will post links to these 2 art teachers' blogs so you can see their students' work as well. And then this jellyfish one is actually just the principles of design. So remember, we're just doing the elements. This art teacher just did the principles, and then the other art teacher's work I'm showing you, she did the art elements and the art principles, or the principles of design. So as you're working, I would just get some test paper, make sure you're using markers or things. If it's bleeding through, you have a way to solve that problem, or whatever pencils or pens that you're using. And then as you're working, if you need any help, of course, ask. I'll check in with me as needed. Here's another way to make a stencil. So you can make a little cutout of your shape and just copy it that way as well. I think that's more of a pain than my tracing paper method though. So here's another example. So this one uses the elements and the principles, but you can see with each one, they did a design based on with that bicycle. I love that little one with the map. I think that one's super cool. And then here's one. So again, this is elements and principles. We are just doing elements. So line, value, texture, color, shape, space, and color. So taking that little peace sign and then doing something with each of them. Excuse me. All right, and then last, how you're going to be graded. So art elements, so you need to have each of the elements of art, and you need to use your symbol in various ways to show me you understand what those elements are. Each page should be dynamic, which means interesting to look at, not a lot of dead space. I'm going to say you need to fill your picture plane at least 80%. Don't leave a bunch of white space. Craftsmanship, so neat, clean, all your pages are complete. You took your time, it looks skillful, you didn't rush through it and it's all scribbly. Then last is just creativity. You chose an interesting shape and your interpretation of the elements shows your unique style. So if you have any questions, please let me know in class. I can't wait to see what you do. Good job, guys.